Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're checking out Peggy and Raku's skills. They're both in the game. Peggy is a support lightbearer and Raku is a ranger wilder. I love the way both of these play. I like Peggy that she has the knights that summon and actually have health pools and stuff like that. I really like that. I hope they bring things with pets like Ira get an ascension and have a wolf. Be sick. And then Raku is basically like a real execute single target executor that I really love that style of play style. So I said style twice, but let's get into it. Okay, so Peggy, long skill description. Duty bound, passive. Peggy is accompanied by two guards that each possess 80% of her own attributes, and that does skill up to be 120% of her own attributes. If an enemy is beside Peggy, her guard will return to protect her. Peggy's movements will always prioritize the rear-centered ally side of the battlefield. If Peggy is killed, her guards will leave the battlefield. Active. Using the ultimate ability increases the guard's haste by 45 points and defense rating by 100% for 12 seconds. If there are no guards present on the battlefield when this ability is used, Peggy will call forward a guard, so just one, which uses his shield to knock back any enemies in his path, sending them hurling into the air, dealing damage equal to 350% of the guard's attack rating, also stunning them for 3 seconds. So, passive, she has two guards. They have 120% of her stats. They basically go out and attack, but if an enemy is near Peggy, they will come back and defend her. When she uses the ult, those guards get a buff. If she has no guards, then the ult is going to summon another guard that runs forward and charges and knocks up and stuns enemies. That's the recap of that ability. Really long ability, a lot to it. Next one, Peggy uses a magic scroll that heals her guards and one non-summoned ally for 220% worth of her attack rating. Goes up to 280% and she heals two allies. So not too bad there. Healing her guards and allies. And keeping in mind, these guards are like extra heroes on the field. Like they have their own health bars. It's really interesting. Like I said, I'm really keen to see how this plays because it effectively feels like you've got an extra two units basically on the field. So I'm really keen to see how this pans out. Royal Guards. Now this one has two skills. Like the skill up is a skill. So Peggy's guard creates a shield around himself and the nearest non-summon ally, which has a value of 20% of the guard's own health that exists for 8 seconds. Couple queries in this one is, it says guard. I wonder if it's both guards and they both shield the nearest allies. So I don't know if it's going to be two shields or one. And the 20% of the own health, is that own current health or own max health? I'm not too sure. Peggy's guard uses his weapon to attack an enemy in front of him for 180% damage, and then uses his shield to bash them into the air, stunning them for 2.5 seconds, dealing a further 230% damage to the target, and then it goes to 230% and 3.1. So like I said, it's like the base ability is one thing, the shielding, and then the second ability is basically damage with CC, which ain't too bad. Moving on from that, we have Royal Marksman. Peggy calls forth 5 marksmen to fire a salvo at the enemy which is closest to Peggy. Each marksman deals 70% damage to the enemy target, subsequently reducing the accuracy by 10 points and their haste by 10 points for 7 seconds. If the enemy target is on the enemy side of the battlefield, the marksmen have a chance to miss their shots. The farther an enemy is from the marksman increases their chance of missing, with a maximum of 30% chance to miss, increases damage with skill up. So basically, 5 marksmen come from behind her, they all shoot at the nearest enemy. The further back it is, they have a chance to miss. That's pretty much the basics there. So recap on the abilities. She gets 2 guards that come with her. If she uses her ult, she buffs those guards. This one is a heal, this one is a shield, and also some CC, and then this one is some damage with some haste and accuracy reduction tied to it. So, didn't mean to go to Brutus. Signature item. Guards' attack rating are increased by 12% and dodge increased by 25 points every 8 seconds. Attributes cannot be increased more than 2 times. And then we go attack increased by 15%, dodge 30 every 6 seconds, and then it goes number of times is 3, and then guards are immune to control effects when besides Peggy. So this here, when they're immune to CC while beside Peggy, I'm wondering if we just put her in a front row as a tank and the guards are always beside her, and they can always do their thing. And like, I'm not sure. This is just complete spitballing, but I feel like there's options with Peggy to put her in the front row as a tank. And like, as the longer the battle goes on, the stronger these guards become. And then we have the furniture. Can only be triggered once per battle. Once all of Peggy's guards have been defeated, she immediately calls 2 more guards to assist her. Like, I just think it's going to be decent, but it's going to come down to playtesting. When entering the battlefield, all guards receive a shield that is able to mitigate damage equal to 80% of their max health, which exists for 8 seconds. Now, the thing that gets me is, it says when there's an enemy near her, they will go protect her. It doesn't really say what they do. It just says they go there. So whether they're like it's like a sort of taunt mechanism or something like that, not too sure. But let's just jump in. Have a quick look at Peggy. We'll have a look at this basic one first. We'll put it on 1x speed. So there's the marksman. They come in and shoot. You can see her guards knocking them back and stunning them. They have that shield obviously there. The marksman's come out again. And then I just wanted to see her ult so you can see what it looks like. That was the heal. And then obviously they get the defense. They're essentially just extra heroes on the field. And this is what makes me really intrigued by her, because I feel like you're getting an extra 2 heroes. Like, now I could be completely wrong with this, but you know, if they taunt really well, like, you could have her front row, and it depends, like, they might spread out a bit. Like, I feel like there's options. But let's exit that. Let's go into a quick battle here and have a play. So I'm gonna leave her in the front row, see how this operates. We'll put her next to the tree, because her guards are immune to CC when they're next to her. So I'm curious to see how this works. I'm not gonna bring the Ulna, because I want to see, I don't want the Ulna like cheesing things. Let's put a Rowan in for sustain's sake. Something like this. It's probably a bad team. Probably should bring Antandra, but we're not gonna, because we're gonna just have a look at this. So the guards come in. Why did the guards get CC'd? They're supposed to be immune. Oh, that's what happens. She steps back. If there's an enemy near her, she steps back and the guards step forward. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. That's really interesting. Now she's about to buff them. That's really interesting. Okay, that's Peggy. That's going to take a lot of testing to see how these guards and stuff work, but I like it. It's something unique. I like that sort of thing, that they're bringing different stuff into the game. So that's where we leave Peggy. We will come back and do more testing of Peggy. But now, my man, Raku, however you want to say it. I love this dude. He's got some character. It's like when Crane came into the game. This guy's got character. Look at his tongue. It looks sick. Anyway. Acorn Cannon. Raku shoots at the most injured enemy target. Most injured. Now, I do like this kind of thing. But his isn't one of those ones where it feels like a waste. So it's fantastic. Dealing 330% damage to them. The attack also deals an additional damage worth 55% of the health which the target has already lost. That goes up to 65%, and I'm not too sure whether that is. I tried to test it, it's hard to tell whether it's after the damage is after the shot, then it calculates. So it's like the initial shot does its damage, and then it calculates it based on the missing HP, or whether the shot, it calculates it before the actual shot hits. So not too sure how that works, because it would make a big difference. Anyway, moving on from that, and stuns them for 4 seconds. Value of the additional damage cannot exceed 900% of Raku's attack rating. That's cool. If the ability successfully kills the target, it will be cast again. Raku is immune to control effects while using this ability. So basically, it's an execute on the weakest enemy. Deals extra damage equal to 65% of the health they've lost. So, like, that's pretty decent. So say, for instance, if they've lost 50% already, don't quote me, that's going to then do, what, an extra 32.5% of their max health? I could be wrong, but it's decent. I think I got it right. Let me know if I got it right. It's late. They delayed the update. Supposed to be in bed. But yeah, really nice execute, and the fact that if it kills them, it goes again, and I can just see like chain firing this. Like, He uses it, kills, hits the next one, kills, hits the next one. I love this kind of thing. So I think that's how it works. So I hope it is, because that's what I'm really dreaming of. So anyway, moving on to the next one. Raku deals 220% damage to the enemy with the target with the highest attack rating. Really nice. Also imprisoning them for 4 seconds. So it's damage on the highest attack enemy, but it's also the CC that's really, really nice. I love this guy's kit. I'm thinking PvP viability, I really am, because then we go into this. Raku eats a snack that makes him immune to control abilities and raises his attack by 30% and haste by 30 for 8 seconds. It goes up to 50 and 50. Now, with all this extra health damage and stuff like that, I don't know how that scales against bosses either, so that's something I'm very curious on as well. Whenever an enemy target is under the effects of a control ability, Raku will additionally target them with his normal attacks over the next 4 seconds. Passive. Damage dealt to any enemies under the effects of a control ability increased by 35%. Damage dealt to an enemy under control effects increased by 45%. So anyone that's CC'd is getting smacked by his basic attack. It's really cool. It's really cool. So quick recap. This, execute on someone. If it kills them, he executes to someone else. This one, highest attack enemy, CC, and damage. Self buff, which is really nice. And then we have this one, making him attack CC targets. Now, this, signature item. Normal attacks that inflict damage reduce enemies' haste by 15 points for 6 seconds. The ability can be stacked 3 times. With each successful attack resetting the cooldown timer. I think that just means once it's stacked 3 times, every hit just brings it 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds. So it stays at 6 seconds. It doesn't go higher than 6, but it just refreshes to 6 seconds. But reducing the haste, and you got to remember, everyone that's CC'd is getting hit by this. So if you have like a board CC, like let's just play it really basic. You do a Tassie, everyone's CC'd. He's going to be smacking them all with his basic attack, meaning that, like, I'm just pumped. Like, I'm thinking, I say it every time. Chicken Iron. Chicken Iron, put a Gorvo in there, everyone's stunned. He hits them all, they're all slowed. Like, but that's not the main use, but that's just an example. I just really like it. Anyway, normal attacks that inflict damage, haste by 20 for 6 seconds, 3 times, yada yada yada. This goes up to 25. And then this one, normal attacks deal additional damage equal to 15% of the target's current health, but cannot exceed 650% of Raku's attack rating. So you get a board CC and he's instantly doing just 15% of their remaining health, not max health, remaining current health, sorry. So it's still nice. I like it. I like this guy. He's just got character and sick abilities that really suit my playstyle. Normal attacks which strike enemies that are under control effects reduce the cooldown timer of Peckish by 1 second, which is his buff, which is giving him haste, which is making him do more basic attacks, which I really like. Raku is able to use his ultimate ability an additional time if the initial ultimate does not successfully kill the enemy. This effect can only be used once each time Raku's ultimate ability is used. So I think that means if he ults and it doesn't kill them, he ults again on that same target, and then if that kills them, he procs his ultimate, which means he ults again on the next guy. But if that ult doesn't kill them, I don't think he gets this bonus. I think it's once per activation of it is how I understand it, but we'll have to do more testing on that. But really cool skill set on this guy. I absolutely love this dude. So let's jump in. Let's have a look on 1x speed. So look at him go. He's so cool. He's so cool. I love it. I love it. Now let's just look at his ult. He gets the big one. Next guy. Oh, damn. I love this dude. Like, wait for it. We got to watch him use his ult again, because it just chains for days. So here we go. Boom, dead. Boom, dead. Boom. Oh, no. I think they were just entering the battlefield. Let's just put it on fast. See how many we can get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't kill. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. This looks sick. Okay. Oh, this guy is so fun. This guy is so fun. Arthur for haste. Yes, Rowan for that. That's just a good synergy. We'll just put Lucius, and like I don't want to like Rain for the buff. I don't even want to link with Lawson. Do we link? Yeah, let's link. I was just thinking Rain give the extra damage, and then he can ult again. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's put on 1x speed again. Okay, so he's gonna do this. I do need to test him with something with more CC, but here we go. Boom. Didn't kill. Boom, did we kill? He's gonna go again. Wait, where's he attacking now? I didn't even see what was going on there. But it's a Mauler heavy team, which kind of sucks. Raku, do your thing again. Don't die. Yes, here we go. Who's he hitting? Yep, you're dead. Who's next? There you go, Sophia's dead. He just keeps doing it, and the animation is wicked. Oh, this guy is right up there with Kren for enjoyability. This guy is right up there. I really do like this guy. Okay, so that's going to be as far as we go for this because, you know, there's a lot more testing to be done. But at first look, I absolutely love both of these. I feel like Raku is that guy where, especially in PvP, if you get him to ult, because when he's doing his ult, he's immune to CC as well. So if you can survive and get him to ult, I feel like with that scaling and with the furniture where he gets the extra shot, he's going to kill at least 2 or 3 enemies. Like, we'll have to test everything. But I love the playstyle of both of these characters. Keen to see how they work. But Raku, man, he's a definite gem. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.